And he's perfect.
I've always wanted to do this. Now, our next guest, it's actually fantastic music to do this to as well. Our next guest has played a lot of roles. I can actually see it into, actually almost all the scenes are filled for this man. Can we give it up, Sonny Con, for J. Michal?
Oh my god, hello. This is insane. I'm in England and you all know me. That's what's going on. What's happening? This is my life. I don't understand it. Hi, everyone. Hi. You're all so energetic. To me, it's like 4 in the morning. I have no back home. We're like, why is the sun out? This is crazy. Still jet lagged. It's a long way home. Long way home. Quick, run. No one will see you. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me. My partner Brandon and I, that's the cute one with the architectural hair sitting there on the table. Thanks for having us out here. This is fantastic. I haven't been to England in 20 years. You're like, whoa, why are you back? No, seriously, about 20 years ago when I was just a wee lad of 18. Oh, now you know how old I am. Hope you're not good at maths. I was here and I actually toured the country just with a friend of mine for my senior trip. That's what we call it. I don't know if you have that thing here in America. When you're a senior in high school and you graduate, you have to go on a senior. You don't have to go on a senior trip, but it's good to go on a senior trip after you've been through 12 years of school before you go to college. And so my best friend and I decided to go and spend 3 months in the UK, and it was actually pretty awesome. And now I'm back, and it's weird. Back then, I would walk into a pub and they'd be like, hello, how are you? Do you like this? Yes, thank you, wonderful. Here I walk in and they scream at me. Oh, how things changed in 20 years. So thank you for having me. It's like really, really exciting. I think we walked about, what, 15 miles yesterday, just walking around. We kind of got lost going by the ocean, going, well, we'll just follow the coastline. How far could it take us? Did I mention we live in the middle of Texas? What's this giant lake out there? Does it have another side? Kidding. But no, thanks for having me. This is really cool. So I guess this is just like a Q&A. And let me just comment before we get started of how warm it is in here. Not like back home Texas warm, because there it's about 115 degrees in the shade in autumn. So here it's not so bad, but like you come to, I mean, I knew it was Sunny Con, but I really thought it was an ironic name. It's England. You're not supposed to have the sun. It's supposed to stay behind clouds here, isn't it? And now the sun is out. I'm like, damn it. I love it though. It's actually really cool. So this is a Q&A. That means you provide Q and I provide A. I'm assuming you all know what that stands for. Get your minds out of the gutter. I know someone had to explain that to me once too. So I have a couple of rules I like to set down before we start. Rule number 1, I'm a little saucy, sometimes a little sassy. Does that mean something different here? Oh good, that means he's gonna strip. No, that's, damn it. Someone's like pulling out their money. No. So I tend to get I'm a little sarcastic at times. I may pick on you a little bit, please. It's completely out of love, I promise. It's just my personality. If I occasionally let a swear word fly out of my mouth, I don't mean anything personally by it. You all seem like very mature people that can take a damn or a hell or a crap or whatever else I might say. Sometimes it's alarming as an American to learn what counts as a curse word over here. Like, really? Oh wow, that's just a thing over in America. So, a couple of things. If you have seen, like me, do these videos on YouTube, you know, the Q&As back home in the States, and you want to ask a question that you've seen me answer on YouTube, think of something different. I like to riff on new things. I like to be asked questions that make me go, let me think about that for a moment while I come up with a bullshit answer. So, please feel free to challenge me and to test me and to make me look like a jackass. Not that I need a whole lot of help. but I do enjoy assistance. Other than that, I also try to be really, really random. So if you like have your hand up the whole time and I don't happen to pick on you, please don't take it personally. It's not that I don't love you, I just didn't want to answer your stupid questions. So, see, there's the saucy bit. And what else? Oh yeah, there's an autograph signing later today in a couple of hours. So now is not the time for autographs or things like that, and hugs, and please don't have me call your best friend's former roommate's cousin's hairdresser and ask them to propose, or ask me to propose to them in Sebastian's voice. Happens all the time. I need a shirt that says nope. We can do that later, but not on a panel. Nothing halts a panel like all of you watching me on the phone with someone who has no idea who they're talking to. I'm like, hello, do you know how? And they're like, no, you just sound like my landlord. What the hell's wrong with you? Like, here, that voice does nothing. Nothing. In the States, people just fall to their knees. Here, you're like, not bad. So the pressure's on. Apart from that, anything goes, really. Trying to keep it relatively family-friendly because we're apparently outside where everyone can hear us, so hi. Oh, there's people standing over there, too. Hi, people standing over there, too. Hi. Are you just, like, watching and just hanging out? Yay, Spider-Man and Attack on Titan people. And hello, you waving at me. She's like, oh my god, I like your tie. So who's got a question to start us off? Anyone? Anyone at all? You in the front row. Can I read? Oh, you're already giving me stuff to do? I just got here, Jesus. Wait. Let's see how good your handwriting is. Not very? So this is gonna be a challenge. Oh, actually, your handwriting is rather lovely. Oh, out loud. You want me to read it out loud? Oh. Hang on, I'm terrible at cold reading. Everyone's got cameras on me. Oh, he's gonna screw up. He's gonna screw up. I'm gonna have it on my phone. These people are monsters. No. Okay, let's do this. Nancy Harkness? Oh, that's you. Hello. Any relation to Captain Jack Harkness? Yeah? You're sick as hell of that joke, aren't you? Okay, I'm sorry. Let me retract that. Starting over. To Nancy Harkness, I, Sebastian Michaelis, entrust you with my young master's ring. You must keep it secured at all times. You see, it contains his delicious soul. You see, I am simply one hell of a butler. Yours truly, Sebastian Michaelis. And a cute little drawing of Sebastian aside. You'd never know how evil he was. You did that. Well done. Well done. Oh my god, I'm sweating like a whore in church. Please forgive me if occasionally I'm like... I'll just throw it out in the audience and it becomes this weird mist. Who's got another question? Oh, brilliant. Oh, Christina, my assistant. Yes, you. Do you have a question?
I do.
Can you speak up?
If you had the opportunity to live in one of your anime worlds, what would you choose?
If I had the opportunity to do what?
To live in one of the anime worlds, which one would you choose?
If I had the opportunity to live in one of the anime worlds, assuming for many of the shows I've been in, oh my god, that's tough. I think my favorite, for reasons, and it's hard to pick a favorite. I'm really, really bad at the favorites game, because I am sort of into a lot of things, so it's hard to be like, I love this one more than anything else, but I don't know. At random, I'll pick the medieval Europe of Spice and Wolf.
Ah, yes.
Do you have any Spice and Wolf?
Yes.
Oh my god, 8 of you, yay, the rest of you suck. Spice and Wolf is really cool. I'm really close to that character, Lawrence. And I like the fact that in that particular time period, historically, he represented an outcast because he was the itinerant peddler, meaning that he would go from place to place. He didn't really have a home. His home was his cart. And that was unusual back then, in a time when most people didn't leave their villages and certainly didn't leave much, didn't go outside, like say, a square mile of where they were born. So for Lawrence to be the person that kind of goes and has has so many miles under his belt and so many different countries and villages under his belt, it's really fascinating to me, and I would love to have played that role of that kind of outcast in that time period. I'm very fascinated by medieval history. And Europe has so much of it. So it's really cool. So I think that world. I know it's not very fancy. Like, no, but it's like a real world, Tatum, you suck. But it's not what I get to see anymore. So I would like to do that. Thank you. Good one. You look really exquisite, by the way, as Christina. Steins Gate fans. How many Steins Gates? Yes. rest of you.
And Ghost Hunt.
And Ghost Hunt. Everyone loves Ghost Hunt.
Yes.
Ghost Hunt. Lynn had the best hair of any character I've ever played. It's a bit of a prick, though. All I did was sit there and go, it's cold, it's getting colder. My job as a sitter at this console will tell you the temperature's going down. Shit's about to happen. Look at my hair. Thank you, assistant. Who's got another question? Oh, I know I'm going to regret picking on a Grell, but here we go. Yes, darling. Any death side? A microphone. Any death side? I don't know. I really fancy yours. It's really badass. I don't know. I've not given that much thought. Let me think. What do you think? What do you see me carrying? It would be. I want an unlikely death side. Help me out. I want something that doesn't look like an ice cream cone. I was like, look at that. Really, it will kill you. I like. Oh, no, nice. Pass the buck, Grell. Way to go. I'm gonna go with ice cream cone. Yeah, thank you. You guys are so much fun. I love this. Who's got another question? You, darling, with your hand way high like you're about to rocket into the stratosphere. What's your question? Would I cosplay Sebastian and do what? Go to a fangirl's house? No! My God, that's asking for trouble. How much money's on you? No, I'm kidding. I don't really look like Sebastian, so I feel like I would be I would look out of place dressed in that outfit. I don't have that wonderful willowy build. I'm rather tree-like, but not willowy, weirdly enough. I would love to look like that, don't get me wrong. I would love his hair too, but no. I would do it, I might do it on a dare that I lost with someone that had something on me. I don't know. Yeah, I would do it. I never actually cosplayed any of my characters because, you know, as a voice actor, I have somewhat of a range. I could get away with playing characters in an anime that I would never ever be cast for, say, on stage or in front of a camera, because I don't look like a 17-year-old kid in high school, or I don't look like this giant rock monster that eats people. You know, I hope I don't look like the latter. So I would love to go. Oh, hello. I was like, oh, hi. He's got a camera. But no, I would totally. I don't know. Should I cosplay Sebastian, sweetie? He's like, yeah. Okay. All right. Someone get cracking and make me that costume, please, because I have to be the best one there is. I can't come in I mean, that's the thing. I have so much respect for cosplayers because it's on. When you walk into a convention and you have any sort of cosplay on, you know you're going to run into like 15 Sebastians every time, and you hope they're all friends. Because whenever two people that have never met before meet and they're wearing the same costume, they're like, oh, hello. Hello. Do we fight now? So I would have to make sure, be like, hello. True story, this makes me think of that. It's not really a cosplay thing, but it's kind of a Sebastian thing, and people thinking I was outside getting a bit of fresh air at a con a couple of years ago when Black Butler was first getting really, really popular in the States. And a couple of fans came up and were like, oh my God, are you J. Michael Tatum? I'm like, yes, I am. Hello, thank you. And I try to be very approachable, so I was just like, shaking hands with them and sign a few things and talk for a few minutes. And they wanted me to do Sebastian's voice. That's kind of, daily girl. So they're like, oh, do Sebastian's voice. I'm like, hello, how are you? And they're like, oh, melt. Happens over in the States. It's weird. The British voice just makes people do things they wouldn't normally do. It's like, hello, I'm British. I think Eddie Izzard has a great joke about the British voice and how it can get away with anything, and how that's why you guys ruled the world for so many centuries, because you can be like, hello, how are you? Do you like these shiny beads? Do you? Wonderful. You take these, and I'll take all the land from here to the horizon. Thank you. But in the States, we still hear, like, every bad guy ever in every franchise is always played by a Brit, because we all suspect that Brits are smarter and classier than we are, and it frightens us. True story, though. True story. I lost my train of thought. Oh yes, so I was talking to these fans and talking in Sebastian's voice, and then a very, very drunk member of their cadre comes over and is like, hey guys, listen to this guy. And they're like, dude, this is the guy, he does Sebastian. And not fully understanding, he just heard Sebastian, he's like, God, do it, let's hear it. So I'm like, hello, how are you? Nice to meet you, I'm Sebastian, and simply one hell of a blah, 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 blah. And no kidding, he goes, oh my God, dude, you're better than the son of a bitch that does it for real. And I'm like, thank you. And then he was mortified when his friends were like, dude, that is the guy that does it for real. He's like, oh shit. And then proceeded to run up to his room and come down with like 500 things for me to sign. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this now. So I signed them all as other people. It was hilarious. But yeah, cosplay that. Could you imagine if I cosplayed? People were like, oh my God, and do the voice. I'm like, oh, you suck. I'm like, I can't take the criticism. But thank you for, I imagine your insinuation is that I could get away with it, so maybe one day I will try. I'll have to do the music tutor instructor, because he has glasses. Without these I'm kind of blind. So I'd be a Sebastian running into things and talking to lampposts. Who's got another question? Let's see, toward the back of the room. Are you alright? Are you gonna die? All right, well then maybe I should let you ask your question so you don't die. What's your question, darling? Well, come out here first of all so everyone can see you. You brought this on yourself. What's your name, sweetie?
Scarlett.
Scarlett. Oh, it's such a pretty name. What's your question, darling?
Which character have you enjoyed voice acting?
None of them. I'm kidding. Which voice? Which voice? That's a hard question to answer. Back in the favorites game, you don't have to say that anymore if you don't want to. But you do have to give me something. I'm kidding. I want the skeleton arm. What is that? Can I see that real quick? Come back. Wait, come back. Is this like a butt scratcher? You're like, I have a question. You could use it as one. Where did you get this? Is actually pretty cool. You don't know where you got it? You don't know where you got a black skeleton arm? I think I love your life. Someone's like, yawn, it's a skeleton arm. I don't know, it's just lying around somewhere. Awesome, thank you. A favorite character, it's really hard. I'm an actor, and we're all a little psychotic. So when we play a character, like at least I say we, other actors are mostly very balanced, rational people. I am not. So this is all just out of my own mouth. I get really attached to a character, even if it's like Soldier A in this or that show, who has 2 lines and then gets shot and killed. Like, freeze! I'm like, oh, I love that guy. And they all sort of become a permanent feature of my psyche. And to date, there's like 200-something characters all in there that I've played just in anime that are up there, and they're kind of, it's like having a really big extended family when you're at home for holiday, and we all do the big meal and everyone's screaming at each other over the turkey or whatever, and so it's this constant chaos of voices all vying, all duking it out to see who gets control of my voice. So if I were to pick a favorite, just to answer your very sweet question, and it is a very sweet question, I would go, this character, just for want of an answer, and then go back to my hotel room tonight and face 20 characters that would be looking at me in my head going, you're a bastard. Why didn't you choose me? So I try to avoid that and say, everything's my favorite. But it really is, and these characters kind of are in there, and part of your wheelhouse, what we call it, your family, your internal monologue. So sometimes I might be Sebastian on a given day, that Sebastian's voice is going to get me through a particularly rough day. I'm not even talking about acting, I'm just talking about just being out in public and going, I'm actually very shy, says the man standing in front of all of you with a microphone. I'm actually very, very shy, so I conjure up various voices and characters in order to just get through social exchanges every day. And sometimes it's Sebastian, and sometimes it's Lauren, sometimes it's Israel. Many of them sound a lot like me. But it's just the idea, it's the character, it's what motivates them, that sometimes I can hide behind a voice that is not my own. And so they're all, in one way or another, very, very important to me, and makes it impossible for me to pick a favorite. I do have another funny Sebastian story about a time I just decided to use that voice in public. I was in Oklahoma, which is just north of Texas where I live, and it was a con. And I love going to cons. I love staying an extra day after a con because I love wandering around the hotel in the convention center and seeing the contrast.
Yeah.